I can't believe your cat's trying to kill itself.
Honestly, she has 9 lives, so like she's fine. And
how does that work for cats? Like, if you're depressed, how many times do you have to kill yourself? 9 times?
I think you do. And you probably have to do it like a different way every time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even come up with 9 ways. I'm lying. I totally can. Like,
you come up with 9 ways to kill a cat?
To kill yourself, not a cat.
Oh, no, it has to be for a cat, because it's you. If you kill yourself, you only have to do it once.
Yeah, I know, but like cat? Oh fuck. Okay, I don't know. I mean, she could run into the street. She could
get in trouble with debt collectors, and then they send their goons after her, and then they slit her throat in her sleep because she can't pay her debts.
The cat debt collectors. Okay.
Yeah, no, these are human debt collectors. Your cat is involved with some like shady shit.
She probably would be.
She's probably been gambling, and like also she like bought this giant like raw diamond from Africa from Jewish Africans, and they sent it to her, and now she's gonna.
God, not the Jewish Africans. Honestly,
and now she's gonna sell the diamond for so much because it's a precious stone or whatever,
and she's doing all of this to help me pay for life?
She's doing all this to make it big so she can ditch your ass.
I don't like
she's gonna run off with some like slut that works at her like jewelry place.
I don't like this story anymore.
Yeah. What's on your mug?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask. So
I love mugs.
I love mugs too. Here it says, what if your mess is your magic?
Nice.
And then the back says, minding my own business, manifesting my dreams and minding my own business.
That's cute. Did someone make that, or was it just
I mean,
you found it?
I am obsessed with this Instagram artist called Alexis Raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I have bought an alarming amount of like her stuff. I have like 3 posters, a pillow.
Oh, that's cool.
A mug, and it's some random like artist in Spain.
That's awesome. I have a couple Instagram artists that I like, I'm obsessed with, and they're all from different places. Instagram artists are the best. Because every once in a while you need a break from like the comedy or the boobs or the butts, and you just need like art.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Instagram artists. We should send each other Instagram artists. I mean, I send you so much shit and you literally never message me back. I feel like
I'm not, I don't talk to anyone.
I know. And it makes me mad because I think you're mad at me. And then I'm like, wait, she doesn't talk to anyone.
I talk to you more than I talk to anyone else.
Dude, I think you're mad at me like 3 times a week.
That doesn't make any sense.
I seriously do. I
didn't say anything.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So I want you to know that that's what all your friends think.
You know what? No, that's not what all my friends think. That's what my single friends think. Because this is the thing.
That's what because
I used to think this when I was in friendships with people in relationships about my friends. You think that people in relationships have the same amount of free time as you do. And that is not true. Like, so much of my free time is eaten up by like socializing with your partner time, which is fun and great and awesome. But then it's like, I don't have the same amount of time in my day to be like, oh, I can call this person or I could do this or.
I can't.
Dude, when you're in a long-term relationship, you're going to see what I'm talking about and you're going to be like, oh, I get it now.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
And like every time you have free time, you want to just like crawl into your bed and just close your eyes. And that's why I don't do TikTok. I don't do anything.
You need to get on TikTok because I've been sending you quality TikToks.
It's just people making jokes.
Guys,
I see that all the time.
When I have a TikTok that I need Sam, I need her to watch it. Like, actually, I download it and then I send it to
I do check my text messages. I am traditional in that if you do need to get a hold of me, I will look at my text messages.
You know who I else do that with?
Who?
teacher who's, I mean, he's not my teacher anymore. I swear to God, we're friends, me and Doug, who wrote Sweet Home Alabama. Every time I see Reese Witherspoon TikTok or like Sweet Home Alabama TikTok, I will send it to him. But this man is over 50. So he doesn't need to know how to use TikTok. So
yeah, but see, this is the thing. I am more Gen X than I am millennial. And I know that doesn't make sense. I really am. I really am. Not like because of when I was born, but because of who I wanted to be as a child. And so you have to understand I'm an old person.
We didn't even decide if I'm more of a Gen Z or a millennial. Because we thought I was a Gen Z.
You're totally a Gen Z because you're still obsessed about this.
But then Nikki Lopi had the audacity.
I love him. Isn't he great?
To say I wasn't. And I was
asked her, he didn't. He asked her if she was doing TikTok dances every day.
I don't know a single TikTok dance. I don't know any of them.
Okay, well, she didn't respond that.
No. I just didn't want to be humiliated.
She didn't want to be humiliated. Also, it's like, why would you be humiliated either way? What does it matter? Is it that humiliating? Also, no one's going to care about generations in like 5 years when we're having like, World War Z. And
I knew you were, you said that and I was like, she's going to bring on the World War Z. It's going to be World War Z.
And not Z, but just like the last one before we all kill ourselves and erase the species from the planet.
That cannot happen before I host SNL. No.
I know, it's such a bummer. But this is the thing. How would you feel if you host SNL, right? And then the next day, the world of war to end all wars starts?
Kind of iconic.
Would you? Because I would feel kind of bummed. Like all this,
okay.
You worked so hard for all of this and you don't even just get to sit and relax and like Santorini and like wear a bathing suit and chill out. You have to like fight for your life.
Okay, yeah, that'd be trash. But like, I think about this a lot. I think about the people who went to Jurassic Park before it like became a shit show. Mm-hmm. Iconic. Like if you went the week before and you have all the photos and all the memorabilia and then but
they didn't have to live through the whole thing. You're still gonna have to live through the end of the world.
Yeah, but if I go out on top.
Would you kill yourself so you didn't have to like deal with all the drama of like fighting for your life? I always think about that.
I think I would fight for my life.
You really do?
I think I would die. So yesterday I was on TikTok and I was randomly on like Divergent TikTok.
Okay.
I randomly, I remember I unlocked the memory that when I took the Divergent quiz, when the books were like hip and shit forever ago, I was a dauntless, which is the brave ones, the ones that like do crazy shit. Mm-hmm. And I remember reading the book and fully thinking, there's no way I'm a dauntless. But then I took the test and I came to the realization that I probably would die on the tryouts. Like I would fully die. Like I would be technically I'm like impulsive and like I do stuff that's not necessarily safe and Lauren thinks I'm crazy like half the time, but
I would probably live underground for several years as a scavenger.
Fuck no.
Hell yeah. I would.
Okay, wait.
Because this is how I played Fallout before. Not Fallout. What's the one where they jump out of the helicopter and then they land on this big, it's like everyone plays it. Oh, I'm going to look that up. What were you going to say about A Quiet Place?
Do you want to live in a quiet place or will you be like, no, I'm out?
Oh, like in the movie?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't handle that. I can't be that
quiet. Me neither. I think I would try to stay for John Krasinski, but like then I'd be like, I'm sorry, dude. You're really cute, but like I can't. I fully cannot.
What is this? Everyone's gonna know what this Fortnite. That's what it's called. So, have you heard of Fortnite?
Of course, I have heard of Fortnite.
Okay, so Fortnite. You know how to play it?
No.
Okay, so the concept is you jump out of this helicopter, right? And you land on this like island, and it's a map of the island, and there's barriers that you have to stay within. And as the game goes, it gets smaller and smaller, and there's 100 players, and it's literally like just a fight to the death. The only way I've ever been able to do well in this game is to hide until there's only like 10 players left.
So
and
like
then,
Hunger Games.
hell yeah.
That's how you win the Hunger Games.
Yeah, okay, that's how you win the Hunger Games too. Actually, I read the Hunger Games. I didn't realize I got that from the Hunger Games. I thought it was just my own unique idea.
No. I mean, that's not how Katniss wins the Hunger Games, but that's like
that's
the
how you should do it.
That's the general consensus.
Yeah.
Like that's literally how Peeta never dies. Because he can't fight for shit. But like he apparently in this dystopian world where nobody can survive, he is a pastry decorator, so he knows how to paint and like hide.
It's not that no one can survive. People can survive. It's just that the government is keeping the people. Oh, dude, you want to hear about some conspiracy theories?
Always.
So, a lot of people on the internet. We're never going to talk about Space Jam.
Tell me about this, and then we'll talk about Space Jam. I'll find
conspiracy. And so a lot of people on the internet, because they're starting these like, a lot of people, have you ever heard about the Green New Deal?
I haven't heard, but like I'm not educated on the conspiracy.
So there's a bunch of conspiracies because in the last like since like my whole life, since like the 90s, there's been all these like things put into place to protect more of the wildlife. So the cost of the land is going up and up and up.
Yeah.
So people have this conspiracy right now because of what's happening with COVID and like the controlling of people, that they think that this is all to put us into a world that is more like the Hunger Games. Not necessarily that the Hunger Games would happen, but people would be in like these kind of sections, and that's the only places people can live. And then everything else is owned by the government, like all the other land. And it all is determined by class onto which section you're in and what your like skills are.
Okay.
I mean, I can't back this up. I've seen this conspiracy several times this past year. It's funny. Super fun. And also there's a lot of like high-speed trains being built, and that's also why they like it as a conspiracy.
Okay.
They're like, we're going to live in a world that looks like the Hunger Games.
So where would we go?
We would all go to these, because in like a lot of the government like programs that you see, they're putting forward to have these more walkable cities. So walkable cities. So they're like greener cities. And so the idea is that everyone would be attracted to these cities, and the people who would live in them, you wouldn't really have the capacity to go from place to place unless you could use the trains. So you would live in the city and kind of it wouldn't be like Hunger Games in that you're like a slave. It's just your life is more controlled. The kind of world we live in is the Hunger Games. You know what I mean? Like the structure. I feel like
you don't have time to text me back because you're watching YouTube videos about this. And it's not Derek's fault at all.
Well, yeah, because this is what I want to do with my free time. And I only get to do this sometimes. It's when I'm shitting.
Dude, I watch so many like YouTube videos.
You don't get my shit time.
You don't get my shit time. The one month of my life when I decided to like have the dating apps, I had a realization that people were swiping on you while they were shitting, and I just couldn't do it. And that was part of the reason I was like, I'm out.
What? Why not? What's wrong with that? That's
what I don't like.
They're realists. That's who they are.
I don't like the idea of somebody fucking shitting and like judging me.
All right. Okay, now that we've gotten to shit, let's really talk about this episode. Because
we're doing Space Jam.
We're talking about Space Jam today, technically.
Because I just wanted to talk about Lola Bunny because I have a lot of thoughts. But
how can you have that many thoughts?
I'm just annoyed at people.
Well, oh, you're annoyed that people are upset about it?
I'm annoyed that people are upset about it, and I'm annoyed that they're making it a whole new thing, and I'm annoyed that like we haven't even started.
No, let's start here. This is good.
Okay.
Welcome to Boyfriend Material. We're talking about Space Jam.
So, in case you're living under a rock, they're making a Space Jam 2 with LeBron. And It's all good. It's all Gucci. The only thing that's really bothering me is that one, Pepe Le Pew is not in the movie because he's problematic now.
Oh no, not Pepe.
And I'm like, dude, that's the entire joke. Like everybody knows. Like that's the entire joke.
Yeah. Okay, so and then what's
And
your point about Lola?
They redesigned Lola, and now she's not thick anymore. And it's supposed to be like this feminist statement.
Wait, she's not thick anymore, or she's wearing more clothes?
She doesn't have boobs anymore.
Oh, to you, boobs is thick? Because to me, thick is like thighs and ass.
She doesn't have boobs or thighs anymore.
She never had thighs. I just watched the movie. She had long legs. She had Bugs Bunny legs.
Okay, but she
had like, a white woman's body.
Okay, fine. She doesn't have boobs anymore, and I think that's.
What's wrong with that?
I just think it's weird. Like,
you don't think it's weird? Rabbits don't have boobs.
I know, but it's a cartoon, and like people are pissed.
No, but she's not even from the original Looney Tunes. This is something they threw in the 90s to make it sexy. So
what? I did not know. Oh my God, you're totally right. I have no memory of Lola Bunny.
There is no Lola Bunny in the Looney Tunes. She's literally a creation of whoever made Space Jam to add more sex to it. I don't feel bad about it if they make her less sexy. It's like at least they let her still be in there.
She's a bad bitch though. She's the only one on the team that can play.
Also, she's still hot. I don't like how everyone's like, oh, she's not hot anymore. It's like, yo, people, you'd still fuck that rabbit.
You still... See, I love when, because like I remember being 12, 13 and like thinking like what characters were the most attractive and like asking my friends, and like they would think I was like fucking weird. And now there's a whole discussion on the internet of like attractive animated characters, and I'm like, I was fucking ahead of the curve. Yes. I knew this.
Yes, but none of the animated characters that come up are Looney Tunes.
No,
they're always like Simba or there's a couple. I find a lot of cartoons from my childhood attractive. Robin from Batman.
Robin from Batman. I was Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom was hot. And Danny the chick that worked with him was named Sam.
Yeah, I know. Danny Phantom was super hot.
He was really hot.
I was fully... Jake Long, excuse me? Were you too old for Jake Long?
Who's Jake Long?
He's a dragon. The American dragon. You never watched Jake Long on Disney Channel? No. Oh my God. He turned into a dragon and he lived in New York. It was dope.
That's cool.
It was super cool.
Was his show called Jake Long?
It was Jake Long, the American Dragon. And then
wait a second, let me look this up.
He had like I think his dad was like white, but his dad was like obsessed with Chinese culture because like his entire
this guy looks like a little kid.
I was a little kid too.
I know. You know who I thought was really hot? Did you ever watch Sailor Moon? Is that too old for you?
I mean, I watched it, but like I was so young.
Okay. You remember the guy on it? Tuxedo Mask?
Oh my God. Okay, that tracks. I can see that.
Tuxedo Mask is hot. He's mysterious.
He really is.
I brought this up before, but it's like such a niche person to bring up because you have to have been like a kid. You have to also be from my part of the 90s. You have to be an early 90s baby.
Yeah. But I can see that. I also liked this is a maybe obscure one. Do you remember the Disney Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, he was hot.
He was super hot.
The fox, because he was very charismatic. It wasn't about what he looked like. It was about his vibe.
He had such great vibes. Like I loved him.
The Looney Tunes are not a very sexy bunch.
No, I was shocked because like so in my head I'm watching this movie and I picked my pick early on, and then I'm like, and then I'm watching and I'm like, I don't want to pick Michael Jordan. I really don't. But like,
okay, so why don't you want to pick Michael Jordan? We'll go to Michael Jordan next.
Okay. I don't want to pick Michael Jordan because I was honestly, I was trying to figure out if he was trying to be this bad of an actor on purpose. Like if that was part of the joke.
I think if you're that good at basketball, you don't get to just be that good at everything.
No, but
I think that's the whole lesson of his life. He
was so bad. I could not believe it. Like my favorite is when he's on the same scene as Bill Murray. And Bill Murray looks completely natural, and you can literally see Michael Jordan like repeating his line in his head before he says it.
It's so mean because it's like this whole movie is basically about like it's sad that Michael Jordan's not that good at baseball and everyone's like being nice about it, and now you're pretty much being like it's sad that he's not that good at acting and everyone's just being nice about it.
Honestly, this what if he's actually like a good actor and he was just like, it's gonna be funny if I'm bad?
No,
that could be a thing. That could be a comedic
I
angle.
probably didn't care. He was probably like, oh, when did he do this? He did this. He wasn't still playing.
1999.
Was he still playing base? No, he wasn't playing baseball anymore. He gone back, didn't he, to the NBA? Or he was about to go back. 99. That's when it came out. Damn, I wish I had like a timeline. I bet you there is one.
I thought you were a Michael Jordan expert.
Why would I know all the years? I was busy. Getting bitches.
1999?
In 99? Yo, I was 9 years old.
9 years old. I was, what, 4?
Damn. Okay, Michael Jordan timeline. When does he leave and come back? Someone who's actually no one who's listening is saying, "Oh my God, I know."
Nobody who's listening knows.
Actually, that's not true. Nobody. That's not true. Some people might know, depending on who's listening.
Maybe, honestly, my brother might be listening because he really fucked with Space Jam, so he knows. He might know.
We got a couple Bean Mafia that have been listening. Okay, saying he is mentally exhausted, Jordan retires from the NBA for a second time in 99. So wait, when did he come back? When did he go play? Okay, so he comes out of retirement again in 01. So this is like during his...
Okay, so he was going to go back to basketball.
Yeah.
Which fully makes sense. And I want to know if this was a full like plot. Like, we're going to make this movie as like the prequel that you're coming back to basketball.
It felt like that. I'm sure it was. I mean, like think about the Last Dance documentary series. Mm-hmm. The only reason it exists is because they had cameras on him from like day one. A lot of these people do. It's like they know that like, oh, this is something special. We got to catch this all on camera so that after it's over, we have documentation.
I have a friend who I don't like. You're gonna think I'm kidding, but like I'm not kidding. For like his job for like years was to like, I forgot the name of the athlete. I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna text you later the name.
What kind of
He just
athlete?
traveled around the world. It was I think he was a basketball player. He just like followed this basketball player and just filmed his life. Mm-hmm. Like he was on this man's payroll, and he went to China. He went to like, he just like lived the high life and just like filmed him.
That's so chill. That's actually such a good gig, but then also it would suck because it's too much.
What he said is that it's a good, like it's fun, but then it's almost like your life is not your life anymore.
It's just a reflection of their life.
Yeah. So it probably looks cool. It's probably cool for like 3 months, like a great experience, but like for over a year, it sounds like it sucks.
Yeah.
Like just having to like move at their whim. Mm-hmm. But it's probably like it's nuts. Like he would be like, yeah, I had lunch with Channing Tatum. He's like, chill. And I'm like, what?
That's cool.
Like under what? Like under what circumstance were you having lunch with Channing Tatum? Like that's so random.
Okay, so random person. You don't want to date Michael Jordan because he's a bad actor. That's like
no. Oh my God, no.
I didn't want to get too far off because I was like, if we get talking about Channing Tatum, we'll never finish.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't want to pick Michael Jordan because he's the obvious choice.
Oh, just because of his looks and his talent, or as a personality, or
He's just also, I feel like if you were married to Michael Jordan, I would feel like inferior.
Of course, he's totally cheating on you on the road.
He's
He
better
is
than
inferior.
me. Yeah, like
He's
you are
superior.
you're superior in everything. He's so tall. He's handsome.
He's an athlete. He can do lots of things.
All of your money, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter whatever career you have, you can be the fucking like smartest bitch alive. He's gonna have more money than you.
Also, he's like really mentally strong person.
So like
that's why he's able to be so successful. It's not just his like God-given talent. It's like his persistence.
Absolutely. So like he's actually married, right? He's married and has kids.
I think they're divorced.
They're divorced?
I want to say they're divorced. I'm pretty sure they're definitely divorced, and he and his kids have a bad relationship.
I would not be surprised at all.
Let me make sure I'm not just making that up. Yes, him and his spouse. He was married. Oh, wait. The first one till 2006, and now he's married. He got remarried in 2013 to Yvette Prieto. Ooh, she's a hot young thing. Okay. She's a hot young thing. She's very cute. She looks like she looks like someone that like would be in a sorority.
Oh, of course she does. Okay, that tracks. Because I feel like me, Gabby, I could not be married to a Michael Jordan if I don't have my own thing going on, like my own. I need to be like super into a random thing. Like I would have to be that yoga lady that like meditates at 3 a.m.
She's a model. Her name is Yvette Prieto.
Is she a real model or is she an Instagram model?
She's modeled for designer Alexander Wang. I've heard of them. And appeared in the documentary Cuba, an Island Apart as herself. And she's married to Michael Jordan. That's listed here. And that's
this all means nothing. Alexander Wang works with influencers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, Alexander Wang.
Like it's not a diss, but like she might be in it. Is she thick?
No. She looks like she's in a sorority. She's teeny tiny. Like she just looks like the kind of girl like she looks like she's from Georgia or something, you know?
Oh my God, okay.
She has light brown hair.
I'm gonna look her up right now.
She's cute. Everything I'm saying, you're gonna be like, I see what you're saying. You're gonna look at her and be like, yeah, it's spelled Yvette.
Oh, okay, but her ring though.
Yeah, that's the first. Oh, so does that make you feel like she's in a sorority? Anyone who's like, look at my ring.
That is a great ring.
Is that important to you? Like, if you get married, do you need to have a big ring?
Absolutely.
Really?
Are you fucking kidding? I want a big ring.
Do you want just like the standard, like the diamond, or do you like colored stones?
No, diamond 100%.
Okay.
Like, it's not even like, I am pretty sure I'm going to end up marrying a rich man, but even if I just like make it bigger, if I pitch in, I would like it's on brand for me. I wouldn't want a tiny ring. I really wouldn't. And I was talking to a friend the other day because like somebody we know got engaged because you know how everybody's getting engaged because pandemic, right?
And also you're 25. That's when it happens. It's the first wave. Actually, the first wave is when you're like 22 right after college because there's all these crazies who are like, we graduated, let's get married. And then the second wave is like 25, 26. And then I'm on my third wave, which is like in your early 30s. And that's like when you're like, oh, look, okay, you guys did it, finally.
Well, people are getting engaged, right? And I was like, okay, at least he picked a good ring. And then my friend goes, I mean, if it's not good, you can change it. And my mind was blown. Yeah. Like I had never thought, of course, I had never thought of the idea that you can upgrade your ring. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously.
But like, my mom upgraded her ring when I was like in high school, right before they got divorced.
Dude, I've never seen my mom's ring.
Really?
Never in my life. I literally was talking to her about this like 3 days ago. And I was like, Mom, can I see your, like, where's your ring? And she's like, it's somewhere. And I'm like, can I see it? And she's like, and she like, I don't know where the fucking ring is. I'm like, can you just like give it to me? Like, is it bougie? Like, I know nothing. Like sell it, do something with it. Like
That's crazy. I like rings. I worked in a jewelry store for a year.
oh,
I know
shit.
way more about jewelry than people would think because I don't wear any jewelry.
Yeah, you don't look like you would know about jewelry at all.
I know a lot about jewelry. Like if you were going to go ring shopping, you'd want me there just to make sure you weren't getting screwed over. And also like you'd buy something that was going to suit you for a long time because I'm really good at that. Also, I can string pearls like a motherfucker.
Okay. I love that.
I don't know how we got here. This is why we can't talk about other things other than the topic.
Listen, the Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes. Okay, so we talked about MJ.
We talked about MJ. I want to talk about this movie for a sec.
Yes.
This is the best movie ever if you're a kid.
Yeah, it has this sort of there's this thing about movies that are not Disney that have this sort of grit to them. I don't know if you feel that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Because Disney's pretty good about like having all their sexy stuff be like really subconscious, like dicks in the background, sex in the sky. But then other like production companies or whatever, they'll do things where it's like, we're just gonna be like upfront about it and be like, sex is happening in these movies. And it like
also I've noticed that like in Disney they're really good about like hiding in sex jokes for the adults, but they're like really well hidden, super hidden. And
here
we're like there were like 40 masturbation jokes. I could not believe it.
There were a lot of sex jokes and they were pretty obvious. And there's something about also the like, I don't know how they do this, but there's something that Disney does where all of their animation has, even though it's all different, there's something that ties it all together. Like, is it that Disney's so popular, I know it's all Disney, or is there something like subconscious that makes it all connected?
I think it's you. And also the animation style.
Yeah.
It's so clearly Disney. Like
exactly.
It's very like in our heads.
Whereas this is like anything not Disney as Warner Brothers has that gritty, like sort of like, it doesn't feel
it's violent.
Like it's violent, but also it doesn't feel like scientists have like perfectly medicated it. So it's like, okay, now the children will know what we want them to know, and they'll never know that we're subconsciously manipulating them. Whereas like they're really upfront about the manipulation. And
I love the part. I fucking love the part when Michael Jordan asks Bill Murray, like, how do you get here? And then Bill Murray says, yeah, I'm friends with the producer, and then a Teamster drove me here. And I'm like,
yeah, that's funny.
I love Bill Murray. Like I really
love
do.
Bill Murray. What a great ad to the end to really climax it. Just be like, and then Bill Murray's here.
I don't know why I forgot. I completely forgot that he was in this movie.
I forgot too.
But then I saw him like when they're trying to like figure out the play. And I remembered like watching that scene as a kid. But I had completely forgotten. Like maybe because I didn't know who Bill Murray was when I watched it as a kid. It was just some random white guy.
Would you date Bill Murray? He's technically on the team.
I have thoughts on Bill Murray. He has mad uncle energy, but like,
is that a good thing?
Doesn't he feel like he's somebody's uncle?
Yeah, he's definitely someone's uncle, I'm sure. There's no way that, unless he's an only child.
But doesn't he feel like an uncle?
He seems very uncle-y.
I don't know if I would date him, but I can see myself being married to Bill Murray, if that makes sense.
But because he's rich?
No.
Slut.
Yes. Yes, but because I feel like we would like the same stuff.
It's so like Bill Murray. They're just we would like the same.
I honestly think that Bill Murray and I would probably like the same. Like we would want to watch the same movie. And
yeah, of course.
Go to the same restaurant. And Bill Murray would never like. He would probably affirm everything I say. Like if I'd be like, I look fat in this dress, he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, my hair looks great today, right? He'd be like, yeah. Like he would never like fight me. He'd be like slightly dismissive.
Wow.
I'm just like fully.
Is that what you want?
No, but like given the choices.
Given the choices. Okay. All right. So Bill Murray is like, he's an option, but he's not perfect. Option. Where do we want to go next? We got some cartoons here. We got a lot of cartoons. Let's start niche.
Okay.
Granny is in the background the whole time. That lady has some knockers.
Granny? I love Granny. Like Granny was my favorite. That I just love that she was so oblivious.
She's so oblivious
the entire time. Like it's also she has like her boobs are gigantic.
Her boobs are insane.
Like
and that's the other thing that's like, this is why. Also, I don't remember them being that big in the original Looney Tunes.
They were not.
I'm gonna look that shit up right now.
No way.
I have to see an original Granny.
Because then she jumps and her boobs jump, and I'm like,
that wasn't necessary. Give her a sports bra, for Christ's sake. She does have big boobs, but in the original ones, her boobs are a little less intense.
You can't. They're not really like outlined.
You know what? In the 90s, in this Space Jam, her boobs have like okay. This is something I learned about in. And I don't know. So in church at one time, they said if your shirt was too tight, you're supposed to have peaks and valleys on your chest. And I don't understand why you would want this in church. It's like both are sexual. If your shirt is too tight or if it's too loose, you're going to see a lot. But like hers had before, it was like she was almost wearing a sports bra and like it was kind of like, just kind of the like moosh of her boobs.
Yeah.
But in the Space Jam, it's like she's not wearing a bra at all. And they're just like, it's like she's one of these Gen Z kids with her tits in the air.
Also, we must remember
about you.
It's it's like 90s. So it's like bimbo nation. It's like big boobs are all the hype.
It's a big boob nation.
Nobody cares about butts.
The 90s.
You can tell that a movie, I read this recently and I thought it was so smart. That like you can tell that a movie is dated if you have somebody asking their friend, does my butt look big?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like that's a 90s thing. Like now people are like, yes, like make it big.
Bigger. Pump it up. Okay, so Granny, I don't know if I date her.
No, absolutely not.
I would hang. Not. I feel like she plays probably really good card games. I bet she's like
does.
A card shark.
My grandma's a card shark.
Most grandmas are. What?
I feel like she probably doesn't look like a cooking grandma, but she looks like the grandma that has the good snacks always.
Mm-hmm. And she has snacks, and she's like making you play poker for snacks.
Yeah, and she's not gonna tell your mom.
Yeah.
She looks like I like those grandmas.
All right. What about Foghorn Leghorn? Foghorn Leghorn. That's the big rooster. You know, that's because they didn't say all their different names.
They really didn't. I'm like,
Foghorn Leghorn's the big rooster. You don't have to have much of an opinion.
Shit.
He's low key.
He's irrelevant to me.
What? I think Foghorn Leghorn's probably the hottest of all the Looney Tunes. Like physically,
I knew you were gonna say that.
The sexiest one is Foghorn Leghorn, 100%.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were
hotter than Lola Bunny. Foghorn Leghorn. He's got that kind of voice, you know, and he's got big old thick thighs.
I just feel like he's racist.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Of course he's racist. This is the Looney Tunes. It was made in like the 50s. They're all racist.
I don't know, dude. I feel like Pepe Le Pew isn't racist.
That's just because he's French and you think the French are better than us because
This is not true. My favorite thing about Emily in Paris was the roasting of the French.
I haven't seen that show, but I have heard it's good. Okay. My cousin told me it's really good, and my sister said it was really good.
It's the worst, which makes it so good. Like it's highly.
That's what her fiance said.
It's highly entertaining and like you don't need to be paying full attention, but it's really pretty and it's fine. But like, and the jokes are like really bad, but then there's one that's amazing every like 10 bad jokes. And you're like, whoa, that's a good one. You know, like every like Shonda Rhimes show I've noticed, like Grey's Anatomy or like Scandal, they're not comedies. Never.
Of course not. They're not supposed to be.
Whenever there's a joke, it's a fucking good joke. Like the one joke they have every 3 episodes, banger. Like
it's because they've been wasting all their time on drama. Drama. Okay.
Trying to advance the story.
So you're not into Foghorn Leghorn because you think he's racist, even though I hate to break it to you, every one of these characters is probably racist.
Gives me fat white man energy. He gives me fat white man energy with strong arms.
Well, yeah. But I mean, most of them are going to give you that energy because the next person I'm going to ask you about is Yosemite Sam.
That's the bald guy, right?
No, Yosemite Sam's the guy with the red beard and he wears a little hat and he's got guns. So you got like a mustache like this?
Yeah. I fuck with Yosemite Sam.
You like that mustache?
No, I like the eyebrows.
Ooh, the eyebrows. I gotta look at him again. He does have eyebrows.
He has Eugene Levy eyebrows.
Also, his eyebrows can completely encase his eyes.
I know. I kind of love that.
It's pretty cool. You're right.
I love that. And I
he
love
seems
that
like he'd be a cool guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's a hothead.
Yeah. You'd probably meet him in a bar one night, and he'd be like hitting on the jukebox because they didn't play the song you wanted, and then he's huffing, and he walks past you, and he accidentally hits you. He's like, "I'm so sorry, ma'am."
He says, "Ma'am."
You a drink? Yeah, he says, "Ma'am," of course.
He says, "Ma'am," absolutely.
"Ma'am, can I buy you a drink? Make it up to you." And then you guys talk all night about like what you want and what your future could be. And he's like, "Let's just run away to Mexico." And you're like, "I'm from Panama. Why would I go to Mexico?"
It's
and that would be your whole experience with the Yosemite. Yeah.
Oh my God. Honestly,
you probably just fuck in a motel and then you sneak out the next morning because you can't handle the commitment. And
does he take all my money?
No, you take all his money. You're the bad guy in this situation. Yeah.
I'm the bad guy?
Yeah, it's fun. I want because then you have Yosemite like just be like,
oh my God, and then he can like sing like.
Oh yeah, he gets a musical number.
Has its thorn.
Yeah, it's a musical number.
I love this story. This is great. He gets points for that.
So Yosemite is on the list of possibilities.
It's on the list.
Yosemite Sam. How about Porky Pig?
I was thinking of a Porky Pig a lot watching this. Porky Pig looks like he'd be the sweetest, but like you would be annoyed at how sweet he is.
I know, but also they don't give him a lot of like time in this movie because
No, I really don't.
But all the characters because there's a lot of big ones. Like I don't think Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn are like top.
No, they
characters.
Just like make a splash.
But I think of Porky Pig being a top character because you see him in every like that's all, folks.
Oh.
But they didn't give him that much stage time. But he's a sweetie poop.
He's so sweet. He looks like he's always friend-zoned.
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't be with a pig because I would want to eat him and not in like the way that he'd want. And that would be
Stop it.
Not cool. Okay, I don't know what this character's name is, but in the movie,
which one?
There's a mouse. And it goes up and it's like, "Hi, I play basketball. I try really, really hard." And then they smash the mouse.
Dude,
that mouse was so cute.
That gave me fucking PTSD. Like, I was that mouse. I tried. Okay, so I was talking to my mom yesterday about this. After I complained that you postponed our record session, I was like, "Mom, do you remember that time that I was in the basketball team and I was so nervous? Like I really wanted to be an athlete. Like I really, really wanted to be a good athlete, and I was terrible. but I really wanted it. Like I really did. And I tried out. And I remember like the night before and the whole day in school, I was so nervous because I was going to try out for the basketball team. And then of course I got in because they didn't have enough girls. And then
good job being a girl.
And then every single game, my mom would show up with like Gatorade and like shit for like, she was like being the full like athlete mom, and she would be so loud. And mind you, I was barely on the field. Like I was so bad.
Uh-huh.
It was just like the fact that she was so supportive, like made it like more evident that I was so terrible at the game. And I just had like a unlocked memory of me chasing just, you know how like in basketball people don't chase the ball like that, like they kind of like stay in their spot if they're like guarding or whatever. Fuck no, I would chase the fucking ball. I would run like this, like it was soccer, like chasing the fucking ball. And I just had a like an unlocked memory with that little fucking mouse head, and I tried really 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 hard. I was like, me too, bitch.
It's so cute. That a mouse. It's like it's not Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
No, it's some random mouse.
Some random mouse.
Why didn't Tom and Jerry show up?
I guess they must. I thought they were Looney Tunes. You'd think they'd.
They were. I mean,
maybe. I don't know. Let's look up what's Tom and Jerry.
I think they're not Looney Tunes, but they're in the Warner Cinematic Universe.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so Tom and Jerry, are they Looney Tunes? Are they friends? Why would someone ask that question? You ever like Google things and you're like, why are these even?
Dude.
Okay, it's animated short story. It was dethroned the Looney Tunes. Okay, so the Looney Tunes is just a different. It was a show. It was the show itself with all those different characters.
Yeah.
And then Tom and Jerry is its own show.
Yeah.
Which is weird because in my mind, the Looney Tunes is a collection of shows because not all those characters play together all the time, you know?
I missed the Roadrunner.
The Roadrunner was in there.
Was he? I don't remember him.
Well, there's a moment where, okay, so you know at the beginning, he's chasing the Roadrunner, and that's when they're like, we gotta stop the show. Blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the movie for 3 seconds because I think this is crazy. Mm-hmm. First off, the evil guy looks just like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he does.
He fucking does. Like,
I mean, I don't really know what Harvey Weinstein looks like, but that's what I imagine.
Look him up.
Weinstein. Yeah.
They look the same. And
I think Harvey Weinstein just looks bad, and that's like how most bad guys look. Bad guys look bad, and good guys look hot. That's why you never trust an ugly person, guys.
Oh my god. Beauty is currency. That's why you look so cute on this episode.
Obviously. Okay.
Wait, no. So I don't get how this guy just like his entire like the bad guy just goes like, okay, so this is not cool. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna steal the cartoons and we're gonna make them slaves. And then everybody's like, yeah, good idea. Like nobody questions him. Like
no, clearly he's so like they live on they're a different species on a different planet, right? Mm-hmm. And they have access to all of our cable networks and they're watching it and they're like, dude, I mean, we're running like here on my planet. If I hire people to do this stuff, I have to pay them and all this, that, and the other. But if I just bring some animated species from another planet, I can make them my slave and I make a lot of money. I mean, it's pretty much how people like justify slavery in the first place. Like if I take advantage of people in my own country, that would be wrong. But if I brought people from another country, then no one will care.
See, something that like really struck me with this movie is that everybody is too unbothered. Like, I just think it's funny. Like, nobody asked any questions. Like, everybody's like, yeah, sure, for sure. Like, Michael Jordan just shows up with the Looney Tunes and he's not asking how they got him, why him. He's like, okay, dope, let's do it. Then he's randomly golfing with Bill Murray. They're not friends. And what?
Bill Murray wasn't golfing, was he?
Yes, he was. They were golfing.
Oh, he
together.
was at the golfing part.
And
Okay.
then he goes, I could have been a fucking NBA player if I wanted to.
So
and
funny.
then Michael Jordan goes, no. And then Bill Murray goes, is it because I'm white? And I was like, the 90s were wilding.
The 90s were wilding out.
And then there's all the other basketball players who just like lose all their powers.
That's the best part.
That's my favorite scenes.
They all look so sad. Oh, you know my favorite scene is the lady telling their fortune, and she gets it exactly right. And they're like, "Fuck this shit."
And they're like, "Let's try acupuncture."
You know, acupuncture is actually pretty dope. If you haven't tried it,
I know.
give it a try.
Like, I love how like that's like the next crazy thing. Like, let's try. And then after they did all this crazy shit, they don't want to touch the basketball. Like to get their powers back, like that's too far. That's too far. Touching around.
No, because Michael was the one presenting to them. And if you watch Last Dance, there's a lot of drama between all these guys. And the idea of Michael Jordan giving you back your powers or being responsible for that would really piss you off.
Okay.
Because they all have, because this is the thing about, this is why Derek has been able to get me into sports. Because if you, everyone in my family, they're not like super into sports. They like watch sports, but they're not like, they didn't play at a level that was like super intense. Whereas Derek played like high school and college and like was super, super intense. And you realize that sports is a lot like anything else, like actors or comedians, and they're all just competing for, you know, a certain amount of jobs. And the drama of like, who's the best and who's going to be the GOAT is intense. And they're all so petty.
I know.
The screen. It's so great.
They're really petty. Everybody's really petty. What I do see, the thing is that I feel like comedians and actors and like models or whatever, they know they're petty. Like they know, but like athletes act like they're not. And it's like, bitch, you're just as petty. You're literally just
I think
petty.
all the other people, I think it's an even amount in all those fields act like they're not petty because they are in denial. In denial.
Insane.
All right.
Insane.
Next character, Sylvester.
I like Sylvester.
Suffering succotash. I've always liked Sylvester. He's cool. I wouldn't want to date him, but he seems like a guy I could like work with.
See, I was trying to talk myself into picking Sylvester.
Okay.
But I ended up not being able to.
Why not? What was it about Sylvester that was like, nah?
I don't think we would agree.
Yeah, he would be like very like, I'm right. And
yeah, and like that's why I'm leaning towards Bill Murray. Not even because he's a human, just because I know he would agree.
I hate people that they like to debate, because I'm not trying to like change your mind about whatever I said. I'm just telling you what I think. But then these people come along and they're like, no, what you think, you can't even have that. You must believe what I think. And on top of that,
Sylvester would be.
I'm the type of person that enjoys doing this. So I could go all fucking night. And I know. I hate you. I fucking hate you.
Same. That's why I can't pick Sylvester, because I know that he would be the same way. And like
I would be that way.
Yeah, I can be the person that debates with you for 2 hours about something, and then one of us gives up, and it's like, okay, whatever, probably you, because I could go on for 3 days, no water breaks. But Sylvester looks like he could go on forever too, and it just seems like an exhausting relationship.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to date Sylvester. He just seems soft and cuddly.
Yeah. So like,
what about the Tasmanian devil?
Dude, I never got the hype for the Tasmanian devil as a kid.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. He just like growls and he like rips things up.
Nope. It's not my favorite.
I mean, I think he would be good. It would be like fun for like a roll in the hay type situation.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Of course, because he's like physically like. But other than that, yeah, you wouldn't want to like date or marry that guy. Tweety Bird. I see myself living with Tweety Bird for a very long time. I could see us like.
I honestly I can see that too. I can see you, maybe not me, but you absolutely.
Totally live with Tweety Bird. We've had like a long relationship, like me and Derek. Like we've been like, oh, you know what? We're basically married. We've been living together for like the last 8 years, and then we just get a common law marriage. And
you can't get a common law marriage.
Why not?
Because I want to go to your wedding.
I'll have a party still.
Okay, fine.
Okay, how about Elmer Fudd?
No. No.
He has mad neo-Nazi vibes. Bald.
Absolutely.
He carries a gun.
I don't fuck with him. I never did. As a kid, I was like, he's evil.
He's a bad guy.
I cannot tell why, but he's bad. He's bad.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. I mean, he was trying to kill the main character the whole time.
Okay, but like, listen, so was Tom on Tom and Jerry, but Tom didn't give me bad guy vibes.
Okay.
And so was not the Roadrunner, the other one.
Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, we haven't talked about Wile E. Coyote. What about Wile E.?
I kind of like him, I must say. He looks fun. He's persistent. He works hard.
I don't feel, and also I kind of feel bad for him.
Me too. That's why I can see myself totally being in a relationship with him, because I feel like I wouldn't leave him because I feel bad for him.
And also the Roadrunner is not as likable of a, like, because it's the same situation. So you have Bugs and Elmer Fudd, you have Wile E and the Roadrunner, you have Sylvester and Tweety, you got all these like cat and mouse situations. But out of all of them, the Roadrunner is the least interesting or fun, like good guy. So you kind of feel bad for Wile E because he's just getting kind of.
Yeah, Roadrunner just like sucks.
Yeah, it's like, let him eat you, dude. He's
like that guy that literally, it's the person that didn't try at all and just got everything handed to them.
That's the Roadrunner.
And it's just very upsetting to watch. Because you're like,
the Roadrunner got it all too soon.
Like,
it went to his head.
Right? Like, I watch cartoons to get away from my real life, not to be reminded.
Like, okay, who are we forgetting? Daffy Duck. No. He's so annoying. He's so agitated all the time.
I feel like he gives me like dad energy though. I don't know why.
He does. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, like he's somebody's dad, and I think he's smart because I think he's the one that picks up on like, hey, they're not paying us for all this shit that like.
Yeah. Did you ever watch 2.5 Men?
Of course I did.
He reminds me of the guy that's not Charlie Sheen, the dad.
Oh my God, yes.
Who, by the way, played a character called Ducky in Pretty in Pink. So it all connects.
Oh yeah, he does. He does play Ducky in Pretty in Pink.
But yeah, he's Daffy Duck. They're the same person.
Absolute same energy.
So we talked about Pepe Le Pew already, right?
Yeah, I fuck with Pepe Le Pew. I like him. I think he's funny.
It's like he's never like raping anyone. He's just sexually aggressive. It's like,
yeah, I think it's funny.
This is the thing. All these people who are like really upset and like, oh no, he shouldn't be talking to women like that or this, that, and the other. It's like, have you even like been to Argentina? I haven't, but I heard it's crazy.
Dude,
they're just like trying to fuck people on the streets there.
No, I've never been to Argentina, but like every single Argentinian I've met, it's insanity.
And every Argentinian I met is like super sexual. And if you talk to any of them, that's what they say. They're like, yeah, just people are just like basically like just throwing it out.
Yeah, and like same with like Argentinian men and like Spanish men, same shit, same energy. It's like.
So it's like you're like, oh, okay, so
it's not out there. Like it's I can't. No. Gives me anxiety, stresses me out. And okay, so this is a hot take for anybody that's like a Spanish speaker, first language. Everybody's favorite accent is Argentinian.
Really?
I fucking hate it. Argentinian is British for Latin American.
Why?
Like I don't know, like that's the accent people like, but I have a conspiracy theory that it's honestly just because they're white and blue-eyed.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italians that came to Argentina.
There's a lot of Nazis that hit in Argentina.
Oh, that too.
So
I know an Argentinian, and his name was such a German name. It was like Hugo or something like that. Or God, now I can't think. I follow him on Instagram. I feel like such an asshole now. What if he listens to the podcast? It's like, you don't remember my name. No, it was something with Wagner. That was his name. His name was Wagner.
There's a lot of like.
But he is so tan.
Yeah, I know. They're beautiful. They're beautiful people.
They are very beautiful people.
Also, like the thing about Argentinians and like people in Latin America also don't fuck with them because they think they're European and they think they're better than the rest of Latin America.
Really?
Like this is like a we all as a group we like are annoyed at them.
Okay, so if you know how like with Asian people they rate themselves like because they've all been like, oh, this is the best one, and then I'm the next, you know, like they've all decided.
Who's the weakest link?
Yeah, what's that for?
Okay,
South America / Latin America. I'm gonna say
the weakest link in my entire ethnicity / race, whatever.
Or I guess a group of people that Americans lump together.
Yeah, us. Weakest link is Cuban Republicans in Miami.
Okay, wait, what's wrong with the Cubans? I know lots of good Cubans.
I love the Cubans. Cubans are great, but the pro-Trump Cubans. No.
Okay.
No face. Like you don't. I have Republican family in Florida, and I am like, guys, I'm sorry to let you know that even though we are light-skinned, he doesn't want us here either. Like it's us too. Like we're not special.
I don't think it's so much that. I think it's more of a cultural thing. He doesn't want to deal with the idea that people are coming and they're not speaking English and all this, that, and the other. I think because now it's at a point they just like, oh, we don't want you coming and stealing our jobs.
I mean, that's the weakest
been here for a long time. It's like, we'll deal with you because you sound like us.
Second weakest link to me, it's Argentinians that are fully convinced they are European.
This is all your personal thing. I'm like saying, like, you know how like you talk to like Japanese people and they'll be like, oh, we're the best Asians, and then the ones below us are this one, and then the ones below us are this one, and the ones like, is there like a standard like?
I mean, no, I think every single country in Latin America fully thinks they're number one.
But what's like the second best to you guys then?
To me?
Yeah. Like if your daughter was gonna marry. Okay.
I love Puerto Rico because I think they're fun. I love their music. Colombians are too gentlemanly, so like not them.
I love Colombians.
Of course you do. They love Americans. They love white girls.
That's true.
Because it's like they do like the culture is so like a service culture, and like white girls like live for that shit. Like what?
Okay. My cousin's wife is Colombian, and she's like the nicest person I have ever met.
Yeah, Colombians
also
are way too nice.
She cleans the house in dresses.
Yeah.
It's insane. She looks like she's dressed to go out to like, she could be going to a wedding maybe, you know? Yep. Like she looks good and she is cleaning the house.
Sam, I told you one of our first conversations was that like you wouldn't make it as a Latin American.
We talked about that. I think I brought that up then too.
Probably, because like you need to be like fully dolled up 24/7. Because like as a woman, your entire value is like on how you look.
I have no value. Oh no.
Oh no. TikTok.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's what I think. But I feel like that conversation is gonna get us canceled anyways.
No, it's not, because I've heard so many people talk about stuff like that anyway. They don't care if people are racist to the other groups. People don't want white people being racist.
Okay.
I think that's the problem now.
So basically, I can talk and you just need to like nod your head. I can
just ask questions.
Okay.
And be like, oh, is that why your racism is like that? Cool.
Great. Cool. I want us to talk about the spit cleaning.
Pit cleaning?
Spit shine.
Spit shine?
Did you not see that? That was nuts. They all spat on the floor and then it was all clean.
Oh yeah.
that scene stuck with me. And then my picture was like, cool. Didn't question it.
Oh, this was the most upsetting thing to me. So, when they were all doing their entries for the game?
Yeah.
Everyone's coming out. Bugs Bunny comes from underneath the floorboards and then breaks up into the court. Who came back and fixed the court after that?
And why was nobody fucking clapping for Daffy Duck?
Yeah, who doesn't like Daffy?
Like, I felt
bad. It is funny. It's funny that no one clapped for him. That was a smart move.
I was like, that's so upsetting. Also, another thing that doesn't make any sense in this movie. Remember that in this world, nobody's ever heard of basketball.
They haven't?
They haven't. Because, like, that's why the Looney Tunes tell the fucking aliens, let's play basketball. Because they're like, they don't know what basketball is.
They don't know what it is because they're from a different planet, though.
Yeah.
The Looney Tunes know it.
The Looney Tunes know. But aren't they playing with, like, why is the fucking stadium filled?
Oh, those are other Looney Tunes, right?
I guess, because I'm like, none of these aliens know what the fuck basketball is.
And even if they do, they don't. I'm sure that guy that's trying to get them for slaves sold tickets because he makes money. That guy knows what to do. He's like, you know what? If I can't use them as slaves yet, I can make a buck on this game.
Probably. Yep. How many did you count the masturbation jokes? Because I did.
I didn't. We haven't talked about Bugs yet, but
I don't want to pick Bugs.
You don't?
He's just annoying. Yeah.
He's a bit of a know-it-all.
He's like annoying, and Lola Bunny can do better.
Are they together, or are they just like fucking? Like, what did they say?
They didn't say. It looks like Bugs like did something to like save Lola Bunny or whatever, and then she was all like, And honestly, now that Zendaya is gonna be Lola Bunny, I just hope she's sassier. Also, in case you didn't notice, Lola Bunny doesn't want you to call her a doll.
Yeah, she don't like that. She don't play doll. There's only I wouldn't like it if people called me a doll either. Unless you're like 75 or older, then that's acceptable. And it's actually very adorable. Yes. It's like, I don't care if you're being demeaning or whatever you're doing. It's
because you're like old.
You're so
it's sweet.
Old.
It's sweet. I get it.
All right. I think that's everyone.
I think that's everyone too.
Do you have a pick?
Can I have two?
Of course. We're not very strict on the rules here.
We're not very strict on the rules. I want to say that my picks are Joseph and Sam, because I love the story that we came up with. I really do too. I love this. I just love it. I love it. And I'm also going to pick Bill Murray because I feel like Bill Murray, because we would be a happy married couple. We really would be.
So it's a weird situation when Bill Murray is the most
I know
datable choice in the group.
I know, but
that doesn't make any sense to me, but you're right.
Like, close your eyes and picture this. Tell me this doesn't make sense to you. Bill Murray and me were married. We're in our master bedroom and we're both watching 90 Day Fiance and we're both getting heated over some commentary. And then the show's over, and then we stay up shit talking whoever was on TV. That you can see that happening. That tracks.
I think what you can see happening and what I can see happening are different things.
You can't see Bill Murray like watching 90 Day Fiance with me.
I've never watched 90 Day Fiance. I don't know how, if that's something.
I feel like you should watch 90 Day Fiance. I would, honest to God, I think you should do a Beans 90 Day Fiance.
So funny.
Like, that'd be great.
And he tells me the 90 Day Fiance. Oh, then I don't have to watch it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Do that episode when I visit so I can be there.
I'm trying to see if we missed anyone. I think I would still pick. Oh, here's the mouse. The mouse's name is Sniffles.
Oh.
I think I would pick the mouse. I like that mouse.
Oh, he's cute.
He's really cute, and he tries really, really hard, and he really, really likes basketball.
He has a nice relationship with his mom.
He has this cute, teeny, tiny hat. And then he could live in my purse. Oh my God. And then we would live happily ever after and get married and have little mouse babies.
Ew, you would have to like give birth to like mouses.
That's great. It's so much smaller than a human baby.
It's like, you probably like fart them out.
You probably wouldn't even notice you were doing it. You're like, oh shit, they're in the toilet. You gotta like scoop them out.
And they like drown. Like,
and they're all mice, so if you would have like a bunch at the same time. So,
oh
so I'm gonna scoop all of these little mice. I'm like, oh no! I put them in the tub, put a towel down, and like they have little mice bodies, but my face.
And then you don't have to pick between your favorite baby names because you have so many babies that you can give like a name.
Oh my God, yeah. And then like some of them I get like I get lazy and I'm just like Larry, Carrie, Barry.
Dude,
because also we're in love, you know, so you have multiple litters of mice.
Yeah.
And sometimes they come out and it's my body and the mouse's head.
Oh my God. And those get really bullied and like
no, they bully the little ones because they're bigger and stronger.
I fully pictured it and I love it.
Well,
how would you name them? Dude, I don't plan on having boys to the point that I don't even have boy names.
All my names are boy names that I like.
Because you're totally a boy mom.
Yo, I think you haven't spent enough time with children because I think you're underestimating how much easier boys are.
I know they're easier, but I want girls. Girls are I like girls. Girls are cool.
You like the idea of girls, but this is the problem. What if she hates you?
It's impossible. She wouldn't. I'm so fun.
Okay, that's what my mom thinks too.
I love
she
my
thinks
mom.
She's so fun.
I love my mom.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she'll have the same relationship with you. My mom loves her mom.
Dude, I hope your mom doesn't listen to this episode or any of
She never listens to anything I do.
My mom tried and she can't because she says that your English is too fast and she feels dumb.
Oh, now I feel bad.
No, it's funny. It was really funny to me. She said, I am like Sofia Vergara and she's too fast. And I don't understand anything that's happening. And I'm like, okay, mommy. Thank you though for the just play it on.
Now we can just say whatever we want. No one will ever know. Actually, if I speak fast enough, no one will know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Even my mom, if I don't go really fast, she'll never know.
Okay, so we have our boyfriends. That's great.
We have our boyfriends, and that's what we do on the show. We just pick one.
On the show, we pick one. We picked 3.
They don't have to be boys.
They don't have to be boys. It could have been Lola Bunny, but she gets 0 character development. The only thing we know about her is that she doesn't like to be called doll, and that she has massive titties, and that's it.
But not anymore. She got a reduction because hey, she's an athlete. Maybe she's worried about her back.
Okay. Do you think? I'm excited for the sequel. Will you watch it?
When does it come out?
I don't know, but I want to watch it in the movie theater. I want to watch it in the movie theater, and I want to go during the daytime, so there's a bunch of children.
Oh God,
dude, that's so fun.
It is fun. I've done that before.
I went to see Frozen 2 in the daytime, and I remember vividly being on the line with my best friend / gay boyfriend, Carl, and I just go, Carl, why am I the only girl here who's not dressed like Anna or Elsa? This is fucked up. And Carl looks at me and he goes, because we're 24. And I'm like, it really hit me.
You dressed like you could have dressed like Anna or Elsa,
right? That's what I thought. So it was basically just me, Carl, and moms with like a bunch of like daughters and like their cousins, and everybody was like super invested in the movie, and I loved it.
I've been to a Frozen party before. It is pretty cool.
I love Frozen.
It's just a lot of girls dressed like Elsa. And then one girl's dressed like Anna, and it's only because she came with her sister, and her sister's like, you can't be Elsa if I'm Elsa.
Absolutely. But I like.
And then they get there, and it's all Elsas, and she's like, that's not fair. I could have been Elsa.
I like Anna better, but Elsa's outfits are superior.
It is superior.
It's the better song, but Anna's the better character.
The party I went to, so it's all these little girls dressed like Elsa, and they had an Elsa impersonator there, which is just like, a girl who's trying to be an actress.
Yeah, always. Always.
She's like basically singing karaoke to Frozen songs in the Elsa costume, and all these girls are like eating it up, because then afterwards they're like, oh my god, it's so talk to you, and you came to my birthday,
and she's like 19.
Yeah, and then the Elsa girl's like, oh, you're welcome.
Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams. You can be anything.
And you're like, dope.
Dope. And I'm just like eating all the snacks.
I'm scared though that if I have a daughter, what if she doesn't like princesses?
Oh, you mean like she's a cool kid who plays sports and like games and like niche weird stuff?
Metalhead. I would like if she's into like niche weird stuff, but if she just like isn't a fan of like anything.
Oh, like she doesn't like anything.
Like that's something that terrifies me.
There's nothing wrong with not liking anything. People.
Like, what if you have a boring child?
I think
like you better be funny, bitch. You better be funny, bitch. Like no way that you're gonna live under my roof rent free. You're not funny.
Okay, I feel like you've spent very little time with children, because there's a lot of kids out there that think they're funny, and even if they are, it's exhausting. Like a boring kid is probably more of what you want. Like I think you're really underestimating how, like if you're tired now working a full-time job, imagine having kids and working a job.
I have a cat. I know how it works.
Oh yeah.
She gets super sassy at night.
Yeah, super sassy.
This is boyfriend material.
This is boyfriend. We already finished the show. Why are we still follow us on the things. Follow Gaby at Hey Gaby Mendez.
Follow Sam at Best Sam Lopez. And follow us both at BF Material Pod. Rate, subscribe, share.
Watch us on YouTube because we're making faces and stuff.
We are making faces. We made a lot of faces. And we look insane today.
We look like, oh my god, I'm like wearing nothing. And yeah, when we do this on the YouTube, I'm like, I basically just like wear a bra, and then, like sometimes I don't even wear a bra.
Oh my god, shut up.
Nothing, just completely
literally shut up.
Naked.
Literally shut up.